Welcome back, everyone, to Detox Health for another deep dive.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, so glad to have you.
I'm excited for this one.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We've got tons of great deep dives into, just really fascinating health topics.
Absolutely.
And I'm really excited for this one because we're going to be talking about food and mood and how they're connected.
Yeah, such a good one.
I feel like this is a topic that everyone kind of knows about, but maybe not really, right? Like everyone knows that if you eat a ton of sugar, you're going to crash.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we really understand how food affects our mood or maybe our focus.
It's so true.
So we've got a bunch of great sources here. We're going to be going over from the British Nutrition Foundation,
Awesome.
the Better Health Channel, and Healthline.
Yeah.
And so I guess to start off, I don't know, how are food and mood even connected? How does that work?
Well, our brains need fuel, right?
Yeah.
Our whole body needs fuel.
Yeah.
And our brains run off of glucose,
Okay.
which we get from the food that we eat.
Okay, so it's if we don't eat anything, our brains just kind of shut down.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have enough glucose, your brain's not going to function as well.
Right.
You're going to have trouble concentrating.
Sure.
You might be more irritable.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, it's real.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if we're eating, foods that are good for us, nutritious foods that give us that glucose,
Yep.
we're going to be able to think better, we're going to be in a better mood.
Exactly.
And like I said, I think we all know this instinctively, right? But how much of a difference does this really make?
Well, the research is still ongoing, but there is a pretty clear link between what we eat and our mental well-being.
Okay.
It's not just about one specific food. It's more about the overall dietary pattern that we follow.
Okay, so it's not if I eat one blueberry a day, I'm going to be happy.
Right.
Right, okay. It's if I, over time, I guess have a healthy diet, that'll have a noticeable impact on my mood.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So what kind of dietary patterns are we talking about here?
Well, one that comes up a lot in research is the Mediterranean diet.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah. It emphasizes lots of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, pulses, oily fish, nuts, seeds, and olive oil.
So the good stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Okay.
And studies have shown that people who follow this diet tend to have a more positive mood.
Really?
Yeah, and even a lower risk of depression.
Wow, that's pretty incredible.
It is.
Okay, so I should be eating more like a Greek person.
Well, the principles of the Mediterranean diet are actually quite similar to the UK's Eat Well guide.
Okay.
So it's not that different from what's already recommended for general health.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's also the Mind diet.
Mind diet.
Yeah, it's a combination of the Mediterranean and Daycash diets.
Dayashish.
Dietary approaches to stop hypertension,
Got it.
which is specifically designed to support brain health.
Wow, so there's a whole diet just for your brain.
There is.
That's crazy.
It's amazing what food can do.
Yeah. So it's not just about what we eat, though, right?
Yeah.
I think you mentioned this earlier, the timing of when we eat is important, too.
It is, yeah. Regular meal times are really important for stable blood sugar levels.
Okay.
And that can have a huge impact on mood and concentration.
Oh, yeah.
When you skip meals, your blood sugar can drop.
Yeah.
And that can make you feel tired, irritable.
Angry.
Yeah, totally angry.
I think we've all been there. Okay. So what about those, really restrictive diets? I'm thinking about, juice cleanses or those, I don't know, the cabbage soup diet or something.
Yeah, those can be really problematic.
Yeah.
Not just for your physical health, but also for your mental well-being.
Okay. Yeah.
When you restrict your calories too much or cut out entire food groups, your brain isn't getting the nutrients it needs to function properly.
That makes sense. So our brain needs more than just, kale juice to
Yeah.
survive. Okay.
And those types of diets often lead to intense cravings,
Yeah.
which can make you feel guilty or like you've failed if you give in.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And that can create a really unhealthy relationship with food.
Yeah, totally.
It's much better to focus on a balanced and sustainable approach to eating.
Okay. So plant-based, lots of fruits and vegetables.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those are going to be your best friends.
Okay, cool. I love plants.
We do.
Okay, so I guess let's talk a little bit more about those specific foods.
Yeah.
Like you said, plant-based is the way to go.
It is.
But there's got to be I don't know, maybe some plants that are better than others or maybe other things we should be focusing on.
Well, all plants are great, but some are definitely superstars when it comes to mood.
Okay, cool.
One of the things we want to focus on is fiber.
Okay, fiber. So the stuff that helps keep you, regular.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Okay.
But fiber does so much more than that.
Yeah.
it actually feeds the good bacteria in our gut. Yeah, so our gut is home to trillions of bacteria,
Okay.
which make up our gut microbiome.
Got it.
And these bacteria play a huge role in our overall health, including our mental health.
Really?
Yeah, so when we eat fiber, it reaches our large intestine where it ferments.
Ferments like beer.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
And that fermentation process produces short-chain fatty acids,
Okay.
which our gut bacteria use as fuel.
Okay.
So the more fiber we eat, the happier our gut bacteria are.
Okay. And happy gut bacteria means happy me.
Exactly.
All right. So how do I get more fiber?
Well, plant-based foods are your best bet.
Oh.
Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes.
Okay. I'm seeing a pattern here.
Right. It's all about those plants.
Plants, plants, plants.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
So fiber is definitely key.
Okay.
And then we have this amazing thing called the gut-brain axis.
Whoa.
The gut-brain axis.
What is that?
So basically, there's a constant communication network going on between our gut and our brain. Yeah, and the gut microbiome plays a big role in this communication.
So like my gut is talking to my brain.
Pretty much, yeah.
What are they talking about?
Well, we're still learning a lot about this, but it seems like the gut microbiome can influence our mood, our stress levels, even our cognitive function.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing.
So like if my gut is healthy, my brain's going to be healthy.
There's definitely a strong connection there.
Yeah. I never really thought about it like that.
It's pretty fascinating.
That is really fascinating. Okay, so we got to keep those good gut bacteria happy.
Absolutely.
Lots of fiber, lots of plants.
Yep.
Okay, so I know you said earlier that our brains run off of glucose.
Right.
And we get that from carbohydrates.
Yep.
So are all carbohydrates created equal?
Not quite.
Okay.
Simple carbohydrates, like those found in sugary drinks and processed foods, are digested really quickly.
Okay.
And that can lead to those blood sugar spikes and crashes,
Right.
which can make you feel energized for a short time. But then you crash and feel tired and irritable.
Oh, yeah, the sugar crash is real.
It is.
Okay, so we
Right.
want to avoid those simple carbs.
As much as possible, yeah.
Okay.
Complex carbohydrates, on the other hand, are digested more slowly,
Okay.
and they provide a more sustained release of energy,
Got it.
so you don't get those dramatic ups and downs.
Okay, so complex carbs are good.
Context carbs are good,
Simple carbs are bad.
pretty much.
All right, easy enough. So what are some good sources of complex carbs?
Whole wheat pasta, brown rice, wholemeal bread,
Okay.
oats, potatoes with their skins on,
Got it.
legumes.
Legumes like beans.
Yeah, beans, lentils, chickpeas.
Got it. Okay, so all the good stuff again.
Exactly.
Okay. What about fish? I always hear that fish is good for your brain.
It is, especially oily fish.
Oily fish.
Yeah, like salmon, mackerel, sardines, trout.
Okay.
They're packed with omega-3 fatty acids,
Okay, omega-3s.
particularly DHA, which is a key component of brain cells.
Yeah.
Yeah, and studies have shown that people who eat more fish tend to have lower rates of depression
Interesting.
and a lower risk of cognitive decline.
So, like, I won't get Alzheimer's if I eat enough salmon.
Well, it's not that simple,
Okay.
but it definitely can't hurt.
Right.
And there's really no downside to eating more fish.
So I should, like, be eating sushi every day.
Well, maybe not every day,
Okay.
but aiming for 2 portions of fish a week, with at least 1 being oily, is a good goal.
Okay, 2 portions a week. Got it.
And that can include fresh, frozen, or tinned fish.
So, like, tuna out of a can is good.
Totally fine. Yeah.
Awesome.
Just be mindful of the mercury content in certain types of fish,
Great.
like tuna.
Yeah. Okay.
It's best to vary your choices.
Got it.
Now, let's flip the script and talk about what we should be limiting.
Okay.
Those less healthy fats, sugar, and salt.
The usual suspects.
Pretty much, yeah. There's a growing body of research that suggests a link between a diet high in these things and a higher risk of depression.
Really?
Yeah, and it makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah.
Those foods can lead to inflammation throughout the body, including in the brain.
Okay.
And inflammation is linked to all sorts of health problems,
Right.
including mental health issues.
Got it.
So cutting back on those processed foods, sugary drinks, and excessive salt is a good move for both your physical and mental health.
Okay, so less junk food, more whole foods.
Exactly.
Okay. And I guess we can't forget about hydration.
Right. Hydration is super important.
Yeah, I know we should be drinking lots of water.
Absolutely.
But, like, why is it so important for our mood?
Well, our brain is about 75% water.
What?
Yeah, so even mild dehydration can affect brain function.
Really?
You can experience fatigue, headaches, trouble concentrating,
Okay.
even mood swings.
So if I'm feeling kind of grumpy, I should just drink some water.
It could definitely help. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of water a day.
Okay.
But listen to your body.
Okay.
If you're thirsty, drink up.
Makes sense.
And if your urine is dark, that's a sign you need to drink more.
Oh, okay. I never knew that.
Yeah, it's a good indicator.
Okay, good to know. What about other drinks, like coffee or alcohol?
Well, caffeine can be a double-edged sword.
Oh, so?
It can definitely boost alertness and energy levels,
Yeah.
but it can also increase anxiety and disrupt sleep.
Oh, right.
So moderation is key.
Okay.
And try to avoid caffeine in the afternoon and evening.
Got it. What about alcohol?
Alcohol can actually worsen mood and increase the risk of depression.
Really?
Yeah, it's a depressant, even though it might feel like it's making you happy in the short term.
Okay.
It can also disrupt sleep and interfere with nutrient absorption.
So not great for overall health.
Not really.
Okay, so moderation with the booze too.
Definitely.
All right, so we've talked about a lot of different things here.
We have
Plants, fiber, hydration.
all the good stuff.
Okay, we've covered a lot about how food impacts your mood, which you have explained brilliantly.
Thanks.
Speaking of brilliant, please hit that like button if you think Chelsea is more than just a pretty face. Now, are there like any specific foods that are just like, mood-boosting powerhouses?
There are some that stand out, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Fatty fish, like we talked about.
Yep.
Dark chocolate.
Wait, really?
Yeah, dark chocolate.
So like a Snickers bar isn't going to cut it?
No, not quite. It has to be dark chocolate
Okay.
with a high cocoa content.
Okay.
The higher the better.
So like 70%, 80%.
Yeah, ideally.
Okay.
And not too much sugar.
Got it.
But in moderation, dark chocolate can actually be good for your mood.
Ah, who knew?
And then there are fermented foods
Okay.
like kimchi, yogurt, kefir.
Okay.
They're full of probiotics, which are good for gut health.
Okay.
And a healthy gut, as we discussed, is linked to a healthy mind.
Got it.
Bananas are another good one. Yeah, they have vitamin B6, which helps with neurotransmitter production.
Okay.
And they also have prebiotics, which feed the good bacteria in your gut.
So like double whammy.
Exactly. Oats are great too.
Okay, I love oats.
Yeah, they're high in fiber and iron, both of which are important for mood.
Okay.
And then we have berries, which are packed with antioxidants.
Okay.
Nuts and seeds, which are good sources of protein, healthy fats, and tryptophan, an amino acid that's involved in serotonin production.
Okay.
Even coffee, in moderation, can boost mood.
Okay, so like 1 cup a day.
Yeah, that's probably a good limit.
Okay.
And then beans and lentils.
Okay.
They're high in fiber, protein, and B vitamins.
So like a burrito bowl is a mood booster.
Pretty much, yeah.
Awesome.
As long as it's made with healthy ingredients.
Right, of course.
So yeah, there are lots of different foods that can have a positive impact on your mood.
That's amazing. So it's like, I don't know, like food is medicine in a way.
It really is.
Okay, cool. So we've talked about what to eat, when to eat it,
Right.
and how those things affect our mood.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's also important to talk about how we eat.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
The act of eating itself can be really beneficial for our well-being.
Okay, how so?
Well, when we take the time to sit down, savor our food, and really pay attention to what we're eating, it can be a really mindful experience.
Yep.
And mindfulness has been shown to have all sorts of benefits for our mental health.
Right?
So instead of scarfing down your lunch at your desk, try to create a more mindful eating experience.
Okay, so like no phones at the table.
Exactly.
Okay.
Put your phone away, turn off the TV,
Yeah.
sit down at a table, and really focus on your food.
Okay.
Notice the colors, the textures, the aromas.
Okay.
Chew your food slowly and really savor each bite.
Got it.
And sharing meals with others can be really beneficial too.
Yeah, I agree. Like having dinner with family or friends is always a good time.
It is.
Okay, so mindful eating, social eating.
Those are both great for mind.
It's awesome.
Now, what about when you're feeling down?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Like sometimes when I'm feeling stressed or sad, I just want to eat like a whole pint of ice cream.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
It's called emotional eating,
Okay.
and it's really common.
So like, how do I stop doing that?
Well, the first step is to become aware of your triggers.
Okay.
What situations or emotions make you want to reach for those comfort foods?
I guess like if I'm feeling overwhelmed at work or if I've had a fight with my partner.
Yeah, those are common triggers.
Okay.
Once you know your triggers, you can start to develop strategies for coping with them in a healthier way.
Okay, so like instead of eating ice cream, I should go for a run.
Well, exercise can definitely be helpful,
Okay.
but it's also about finding other activities that bring you joy and help you de-stress.
Okay, so like reading a book, listening to music. Spending time with loved ones.
Exactly.
Got it.
And if you do find yourself reaching for those comfort foods, try to practice mindful eating. Really pay attention to what you're eating and how it makes you feel.
Got it.
And don't beat yourself up if you slip up.
Right.
It's all about progress, not perfection.
Okay.
And then there's the opposite problem, where some people lose their appetite when they're feeling down.
Yeah, I've experienced that too.
It's common as well.
Okay.
And it can be tough to make sure you're getting the nutrients you need when you don't feel like eating.
Yeah, for sure.
So in those cases, try to focus on easy-to-prepare meals.
Okay.
Things like soups, smoothies, scrambled eggs.
Okay.
And don't be afraid to rely on convenience foods.
Really?
Yeah, as long as they're healthy options.
Okay.
There are lots of pre-made salads, soups, and even frozen meals that are actually quite nutritious.
Okay. That's good to know.
And if cooking feels overwhelming, don't hesitate to ask for help.
Right.
Friends, family, even meal delivery services can be really helpful in those situations.
Okay, so it's like there's no shame in getting a little help.
Absolutely not.
Okay. I guess like one last thing I wanted to touch on is sleep.
Yeah, sleep is so important for mood.
I know. I feel like a totally different person when I don't get enough sleep.
We all do.
Okay.
And just like food can affect our mood, it can also affect our sleep.
Okay. How so?
Well, eating a large meal right before bed can disrupt sleep.
Okay.
So try to finish dinner a few hours before you go to sleep.
Got it.
And avoid caffeine and alcohol in the evening.
Right.
Those can interfere with sleep quality.
Okay.
And if you're hungry before bed, have a light snack.
Okay.
Something with carbohydrates and a little bit of protein.
Like a banana with peanut butter.
Perfect.
Awesome.
And try to create a relaxing bedtime routine.
Okay, like a warm bath or something.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay.
Or reading a book, listening to calming music.
Got it.
Whatever helps you wind down.
Okay, so basically take care of your sleep hygiene.
Exactly.
And that will help with your mood. Awesome. So I think we've covered a lot of ground here today.
We have.
But before we wrap up, I just wanted to touch on a few common questions that people have about food and mood.
Sure.
So first of all, can mental health affect weight?
It can, yeah.
Okay.
Both mood disorders and the medications used to treat them can influence appetite.
Okay.
Some people might find that they lose their appetite when they're feeling down,
Right.
while others might experience increased appetite and cravings.
Okay.
And some medications can cause weight gain as a side effect.
Got it.
So if you're concerned about your weight, it's always best to talk to your doctor.
Okay.
They can help you figure out what's going on and come up with a plan.
Makes sense.
Now, what about vitamin deficiencies?
Yeah, I've heard that certain vitamin deficiencies can contribute to mood problems.
That's true,
Okay.
particularly deficiencies in B vitamins.
Okay.
But in developed countries like the UK, these deficiencies are relatively rare. As long as you're eating a balanced diet, you should be getting all the nutrients you need.
Okay, so no need to go overboard with the supplements.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
If you're concerned, talk to your doctor.
Got it.
They can do a blood test to check your levels
Okay.
and recommend a supplement if necessary.
Got it.
Now, what about tryptophan?
Tryptophan.
Yeah, it's an amino acid that's found in protein-rich foods,
Okay.
and it's a precursor to serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter that's involved in mood regulation.
Okay, so eating more tryptophan will make me happier.
Well, it's not that simple.
Okay.
The amount of tryptophan you need to eat to have a significant impact on serotonin levels is pretty high,
Okay.
and it's also affected by other factors, like the other amino acids you're consuming at the same time.
Got it.
So the best approach is to just focus on eating a balanced diet with plenty of protein.
Okay, that makes sense.
And finally, let's talk about vitamin D.
Okay.
Vitamin D is produced by our bodies when our skin is exposed to sunlight. And low levels of vitamin D have been linked to depression.
Okay.
But supplementing with vitamin D hasn't been shown to consistently improve mood.
Interesting.
So while it's important to get enough vitamin D for overall health, especially during the winter months when sunlight is limited, it's not a magic bullet for mood disorders.
Okay, so no need to start mega dosing on vitamin D.
Right.
Okay, I think that covers all of our questions.
Awesome.
So to wrap things up, it seems like the key takeaway here is that a healthy diet can have a really positive impact on our mood.
It absolutely can.
Okay.
And it's not just about eating specific foods. It's about creating a sustainable and balanced approach to eating that nourishes both our bodies and our minds.
That's a great way to put it.
Thanks.
So thank you so much for coming on the show today and sharing your expertise with us.
It was my pleasure.
And for all of you watching, if you enjoyed this deep dive, please don't forget to subscribe to the Detox Health YouTube channel for more great content.
And leave a comment below letting us know what you thought of the episode.
Yeah, we love hearing from you guys.
And if you have any questions about food and mood, feel free to ask those too.
Absolutely.
We're here to help.
So until next time, stay healthy and happy.
And eat your veggies.
Yes, eat your veggies.
All right. See you guys next time.